Hello and welcome to Sportsfrenzee. This is the show where we speak to athletes about their sport and the challenges they faced on the way to the top. Also, we'll put their knowledge to test and see how much they know about their own game and other sports. We also get reactions from the fan zone to see what they made of their team's performance over the weekend, plus a face-off with me and our special guest. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. Our special guest on Sportsfrenzee is a professional footballer.
Femi Ilesanmi.
Femi's the quickest, strongest player we have. Has he got a technique? I think he has, but the boys think no.
Femi was born and raised in South London. His passion and love for football started at the age of 15 when he went on trials to several clubs in search of a pro contract. However, he was rejected by many clubs. Finally, he signed for AFC Wimbledon as a youth player and made his first team debut at the age of 16 in 2007. Femi left AFC Wimbledon and joined QPR under 18s in 2008. And in 2009, he was released by QPR, and the boy from South London was clubless and back to square one. On today's show, Femi shares his challenges on his journey to becoming a professional footballer and the impact South London had on his life. So Femi, what was it like for you growing up in South London?
Yeah, obviously, I think even if you're not from South London, you've probably heard about it. It's quite a rough area, but and it's one of those areas where you can get caught up into doing certain things, but like any other area, it's not hard to get out if you just apply yourself and stuff like that. It won't be hard to get out, and that's what I've done.
How did it mold you as a person?
As a person, growing up in South London, obviously a lot of stuff happens around here, so nothing really phases me. So when I go onto the football pitch, in terms of football, when I go onto the football pitch, no matter who I'm playing against, I'm not really phased. I don't really feel pressure onto the football pitch. And I think those two things are very important in football, and I think I've learned that from growing up in South London.
Well, that's good. So at what age did you start to play football?
I haven't even been playing football for that long, if I'm being honest. It's been around 9 years. 9 years. I got into football at age 15. And that's when I first went to Southend. And then I just fell in love with the game from there. And obviously growing up around here, you don't get the opportunity. So I didn't have the opportunity at a young age to go to all these trials like other kids and that. So I had to find my way myself, kind of thing, yeah. Obviously,
before you got your professional contract, you was at AFC Wimbledon, and then you went to QPR. It didn't work out, but all the same, you didn't give up. You kept on going.
Obviously, you can't really give up in football. There was quite a long period where I was clubless, and then I went to Daggers and Redbridge, and obviously they sent me to Ashford, where I played with you. I just didn't give up. Not for one chance I gave up. I just made sure, because I always believed I can get back into it. And thankfully, John still gave me the opportunity to get my foot back in the door, and I managed to grab it with both hands. Yeah.
So if you're a boy or a girl and you're looking to get into football and you get rejected, don't give up. Still keep going.
Football is never going to be all ups. It's going to be loads of downs as well. So you just got to make sure you stay consistent in whatever you do. You got to make sure you believe in yourself. I've been put on transfer lists of, had arguments, but you just learn. Obviously, I was young at the time, and you just learn from it, and then you try to better yourself every day. That's what you can do. The moment you let your head go, or you beat yourself up about it, football's too short a career to allow yourself to do that, and the season will just pass by like that. So you can't afford to waste a day in football.
Okay, now at Dagenham and Redbridge, how did it feel for you when they offered you the contract? When you knew that finally, boom, this is it. I'm in here now.
Yeah, it was a bit of a it was a bit of a cliche because the money wasn't great, but it wasn't about the money. If I'm being honest.
See, for all you people out there who think that as soon as you get your contract, it's all about the big money, that's not the case, is it?
No, not at all. I think it was more about the opportunity them times, and I managed to grasp the opportunity, and I made sure that I took it. And within the first couple of months of the season, I got sent out on loan, but I got recalled from my loan. And within the first couple of months, I managed to break in the first team. And from playing non-league or whatever to going to playing in League One was like just a dream. Yeah.
Now, speaking to a lot of people who are not footballers, they actually think, what footballers, what do they do? What do they know? All they do is turn up training and get paid even when you're not playing. But the thing is, when you're not playing, it's a lot stressful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very stressful. At times, it can even affect like you at home. If I'm being honest, it can affect how you're at home and how you are towards certain people around you and stuff. And that's why I've learned now to separate the two, family and football. So I leave football at the training ground. But when I was young, coming up, it did used to affect me and it did used to affect my outside life. It's very stressful. It's not as easy as everyone thinks.
La 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 la. Yo.
After nearly 4 years with the club that gave him his first taste of league football, Femi parted ways with the Daggers in 2014 and signed a 2-year contract with fellow League Two side York City.
Yo, what a night, New York City, heard it going down. Friday night, midnight, Atlantic City, slash machines, ding, 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 when they ring off. Lock the doors, that's Spring Oceans, G-Doors, cigars, paisley robes. 4 bitches guarded me safely as we walked to the window. The cashier was scared, she asked for my info. The manager arrived with 2 guys, that's an insult. That's the code, Mr. Coles. We talking about $5 million here. This ain't Play-Doh, dough. And your horoscope red, you gon' slay those. We got scribbles, Anthony Acid, rocking the show. Special guest star, Mark Bronson. First 500 just went crazy when he let they answer. And all he did was plug me in. I got the charge and got they.
What are some of the fun moments that will always stick with you with your time at Dagenham?
The fun moments, playing in League One was a great moment. Making my debut at age 19, that was a very good moment. I had a lot of good times at Dagenham. Playing under John Steele, I think is probably the best manager I've played under. That's another good moment. I've made a lot of friends from Dagenham and Redbridge that I still keep in touch with and we're very close today. So I've had really good times there.
It must have been an emotional moment when the time came for you to move on from Dagenham.
Yeah, it was emotional, but I felt it was time to move on. I felt it was time for me to find a new challenge because in football you can't really get too complacent with where you're at. So I felt it was time for me to spread my wings, and that's when I branched out to York City.
York City. Tell me, what's life like in York City?
Life in York City. Life in York is very, very posh. It's from South London to York, it's one extreme to the other. That's how I can put it. From everything being busy, London, the city never sleeping and stuff, to going to York where everything's just quiet and more relaxed. It's good, but I think it's also good for football. Just helps you focus. Not too many distractions up there, so I could just get my head down and work.
Now, you're at York City, you were there, you signed last year, didn't you?
Yeah, last summer, yeah.
Okay. Now, a lot of people know that it's very difficult when you move to a new club. Playing football at any level is very difficult. Yeah. How did you find it settling down at a new team?
Yeah, it was. I wouldn't say it was easy. Obviously, I've been playing football in London all my life, so this is the first time I've had to move away, and I didn't think it would be so far, but obviously I couldn't really turn down a good opportunity. So it did take me some time to settle in, but you'll find people that are like you, and you just stick with them, and then you hang around together in training, and they'll help you get through it. So we just help each other get through it. Now,
you're a left back, a defender. In the modern football, being a left back just doesn't mean you just stay back and defend. Yeah. You got to be able to go forward, get a few crosses in. How has that affected you in any way?
It's changed my game a lot. I like to think I've come a long way from the player I used to be when I first started out at Dagenham to the player I am now, thanks to people like John Still, Wayne Burnett, Nigel Worthington, and my current manager Russ Wilcox. They've just always paid attention on my game, and they've always seen the potential, so they've always tried to help me fulfill it. So I like to think that I've become more attacking minded, whereas before I was just, not that I wasn't attacking minded, but I just always wanted to defend. I loved the fact of defending, but I didn't love attacking as much. But now I think I love them both as much. So I want to get forward, but at the same time I want to get forward, I want to get back and defend and stop a goal from going in our goal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so yeah.
And the thing is, I've played with you, and I can tell you there ain't many people out there who can go past this guy. Now, Femi, so it's a new season for you at York City.
Yeah.
What can we expect from you and York?
This season, I just want to play as many games as possible if I can. Play as many games as I can for York City, help the club reach top 10, top 12, finish in the league, hopefully the playoffs if we can, because last season wasn't the best of seasons. We were tipped to do well, but we just survived relegation. So this year, hopefully we can kick on and do a bit better.
Now it's time for our Fast and Curious segment. This is where we test Femi's knowledge. It's very simple. We will ask Femi 8 questions. 4 of the questions will be based around his sport, and the other 4 questions will be based on other sports. Now Femi has 2 options if he needs help. 1, he can ask for a clue. 2, he can send a text to a friend, and the friend will have to reply within 30 seconds. Simple, isn't it?
My name is Femi Ilesanmi, and this is Fast and Curious Questions. '98/99. Alan Shearer. Ivory Coast. Argentina and Germany. Djokovic. Make a text. Make a text. Two. 9.58 by Usain Bolt. Oh, Pacquiao.
Femi, it's time for our face-off, and it's a crossbar challenge. We will both have 3 attempts to hit the crossbar.
Shit, we're and all that. Trying to get our heads right, get this money right and all that. You know what I'm saying? You know how it goes. Just another day in the hood. Yo.
After 2 shots each, none of us were able to hit the crossbar, and it boils down to the last kick. Femi hits the crossbar with his last attempt. Now the pressure is on for me to hit it and level with Femi.
We talking about $5 million here. This ain't Play-Doh dough. In your horoscope red, you gonna slay those. We got scribbles, Anthony Acid, rocking the show.
And there you have it. I rolled back the years and finally hit the crossbar on my 3rd attempt.
I got the charge and got they bras and ran through
Five tips you need as a left back. So, first of all, you need to be fit. If you're not fit enough, you won't be able to do the job properly. So I'll say, first of all, get yourself fit. Second of all, you need to be attacking minded. Nowadays, left backs are modern day wingers. You see most left backs getting assists, creating goals, even some scoring goals. So you need to be able to have that attacking instinct. Third tip I'll say is we've got to be very good defensively at the same time. The best left backs are good at doing both. So the Ashley Coles, the Leighton Baines, as well as they attack, they can defend, because remember, it's a left back, you're a defender first and foremost. The fourth tip I would say is you need to be good on the ball. You need to be able to maneuver the ball. You need to be one of the better players in the team on the ball, because a lot of play will come through you and the right back. A lot of play comes through the full-backs. And the fifth tip I'll give as a left back is express yourself. Just go out there, express yourself, do what you can do what you know what to do to your best ability. Do what got you into football in the first place, you know what I mean? And that's about it, really. Yep.
The next segment is the fan zone. This is where fans share their thoughts and opinions on what's been happening in the world of sports.
Today's athletics final, 100 meters, men's 100 meters, saw Usain Bolt and Gatlin finally face off. I thought it was a great opportunity for everyone to see, you know, a real good rival finally for Usain Bolt. I don't think he's ever run like that before. I thought Gatlin definitely gave it a good try, but Usain Bolt stayed on top, and definitely, you know, positive for him because he was able to rise to the challenge. And also the way they're describing it now is basically won the war of the good versus bad in athletics, of, you know, when you're looking at people taking drugs and people that are not taking the drugs. So yeah, I thought Usain Bolt did very well.
Es el mejor, Vizca el Barça, para mí es el mejor grupo que hay en el mundo. Nací en Colombia, pero amo al Barça. Que viva Piqué, que viva Shakira.
Honestly, I really think that there's never going to be a man faster than Usain Bolt. I think he is the greatest to ever do it, and he's going to retire the greatest. Someone else going to come after, legendary, epic, but just like Ali is to boxing, Usain Bolt is to 100-meter sprint.
Well, I think the Arsenal is a good side. You know, they still need some more reinforcement, I think. But overall, they know what they're doing because they've been playing together for quite some time now. And they need some more toughness, though, I think. More physicality in their play, but overall they are good. And I think this season they need one more striker and one more midfielder. That's what they need there, because with Czech is a good addition, definitely. Even he let us down for the first game, but he can do good overall for the rest of the season.
Will you play for Nigeria, or you're waiting for that England call-up?
Nigeria.
Okay, so you're hearing that? Sando Olise, Femi is available. Give him that call, okay? Yeah. All right, now Femi, just to say thank you very much for talking to us on Sportsfrenzee. Yeah. It's been great having you on the show. Hopefully we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, definitely.